For this week's habit, it's an exciting one because if you're here, it means you're at the end. It's week 8. And what we're focusing on this week is building our own exercise program. Now, this is going to be very individualized depending on what you enjoy. Now, by now, hopefully, and you guys have been killing it, you have that consistent habit of that 10 minutes a day. So we've been doing our walks daily, our gardening, we've been doing our workout program 3 times a week at home, and we're just getting that habit formed. It's getting formed in our brain where it's like, okay, every day we're moving, every day we're moving. It's not about being all in or all or nothing. It's about consistency. Now we can start to think about how we can level this whole thing up. Now, what's going to be most important, specifically speaking from a body standpoint, as we get older, our muscle mass and our bones suffer. We need to make sure we're bulletproofing ourselves so we all live to 100. So the way we're going to do that, you have 2 categories of exercise I want you to think about. You have aerobic exercise and you have anaerobic exercise. Basically, what you can think of is with oxygen, so like running, gardening, walking, swimming, biking, like lower intensity, but consistent, something you could do for a long time. And anaerobic, it's without oxygen, and this is things that are more intense, like weightlifting. This is sprinting. This is an intense boxing class. This is interval training. This is stuff that gets your heart rate closer to its maximum. It's uncomfortable, it's sweaty, it's hard, it's exciting. That's anaerobic. So you have aerobic, running, swimming, biking, jogging, hiking, gardening, steady state, walking, and anaerobic, weightlifting, intense, high heart rate, circuit training. Now, in each week, we want a nice balance of the 2. So if you had a perfect week, you'd move your body every day a little bit, at least 10 minutes or more, ideally more. But then in 3 to 4 of those days, you would have roughly 2 of each. So what that may look like, I'll give you a couple examples. Let's say you're someone that really enjoys swimming. 2 times a week, maybe on Monday and on Thursday, you go to your local pool or you jump in your lake if it's the summertime, and you swim for 30 or 40 minutes or 20 minutes or 50 minutes, but you go for a swim. You can do some front crawl, do some back crawl, do some front breaststroke, whatever. But 2 times a week you're doing that swim consistently because you enjoy it. Maybe you like a step class, or maybe you like a type of power yoga or jogging, running, but 2 times a week you're doing that aerobic activity you enjoy. And I'll put a list right here so you can look at some examples. The second is anaerobic. And from my experience, this is the area that I think is the most beneficial to someone if they want to make long-lasting change in the composition of their body, especially as you age. So I've seen it so many times with my clients in the past at the gym where, I ended up having a little bit more female clients than male clients, and I swear if I had $1 for every time I heard I don't want to be bulky, I could retire. But if you do weightlifting and resistance training, I promise you, you will not get bulky. It is so hard to get bulky. People like me drink countless protein shakes and train 6 times a week trying to get bulky. It's not easy. So what we want to now do, so we have our 2 exercises here, our aerobic. Now we want 2 anaerobic workouts a week if possible. And if you're not doing any crazy exercise right now, don't worry about doing 4 right away. You can do 1 and 1 or 1 and 0. Something's better than nothing, but we're talking about a perfect world here, 2 and 2. So then you're doing, let's say you go to the gym twice a week and you do weights, lower body, upper body, front, back, you hit it all. So you do that twice a week. Or maybe you join a local running club and they have you do interval training workouts. So it's like high heart rate twice a week. If you're an HRM, maybe you come to a class and you do a class at like somewhere's like Orange Theory or Spinco or F45 or a CrossFit class. Your options are endless here, but it has to be something that jacks your heart rate up in a safe way. So it forces you to get that benefit from that. Now, if you want to know how to make sure your heart rate's up, you can get something like a Fitbit or an Apple Watch. I use a Garmin, Suunto. There's a million options. If you're in HRM, I would seriously recommend personally that you try somewhere like Orange Theory Fitness. Not a sponsored post. I'm going to start there as a coach soon because I believe their training style is good for the everyday person. But you find something you enjoy that's a little bit higher intensity, and then you add that into your diet. Or not in your diet. You add that into your workout program. So now we have 1 to 2 things we enjoy that are aerobic: running, swimming, biking, etc. And we have 1 to 2 things we enjoy that is anaerobic, so high intensity. You're out of breath. Here's an easy way to think if you're in anaerobic. If you can talk, if you're running with your friend Sally, and you're next to Sally, and you're chatting away, and you both are just saying full sentences, you're not going to be in anaerobic. If you're anaerobic, Sally might be talking to you, but you're saying one word, and it's fuck. You know, you're getting out 4 letters max. So that's an easy way of thinking if you're anaerobic or not anaerobic. That's the goal this week. So for our last week together, I want you to try and get in at least 3 workouts. But just for this week, they're going to be the real deal. So try and get in a 30-minute run, swim, jog, hike, aerobic workout, and 1 to 2 30 to 45-minute high-intensity workouts. And for your program, the 10 to 15 minutes are already anaerobic. You'll notice that now, that they get your heart rate nice and high, they get you excited. So just repeat that twice. Now, this is the end of our program. And I really do hope that the community, the group on Facebook, the support, the lessons, I hope that this has been what you hoped it was going to be. You know, I've put a lot of my own money and time into learning these things because I'm passionate about it and I want to help people. And if this is something that has helped you, please consider referring a friend to this program. I'm going to run this class probably a couple times a year in private Facebook groups. So it's an option, definitely. And also, if this is of value to you and you're on a roll, what I want to do is offer you an exclusive offer to join the 12-week weight loss program. It's going to be very similar to the 8-week program you've just completed, but this time around, we're going to level everything up. So if you want to think of your fitness as a skyscraper building, we've been, in these last 8 weeks, whether you know it or not, we've been building a really nice foundation. We dug the hole, we got the excavators in, we pulled all the rubble out, we poured the concrete. It's strong. The community, you guys have been helping each other with the meal prep challenge and the daily winners, and it's cool to see. So we've all got that foundation built. But now, that building's no good unless we actually build the building now. So whether you decide to build the program on your own or whether you want to continue to work with me, in the next 12 weeks, what we're going to do is we're going to build this skyscraper. And this is when we're going to really try and knock off those 10 to 20 pounds of stubborn fat that you want to get rid of. We're going to tone up. We're going to do a lot more resistance training. You're either going to have to get a nice kettlebell that's a little heavier, or we're going to be going to a gym if you're comfortable. And we're really going to try and take this thing to the next level. So I hope that this has provided you value, and I'm excited to see you in the 12-week program. Good luck this week. And remember, anaerobic and aerobic this week. That's your focus. Good luck.